Okay, so we have another draft, ranked draft throne of Eldraine. Last draft we had the weird Orzhov, but then last minute changed it to Mir deck that I thought was quite bad, and I did a bad job navigating that draft, but thankfully we went 6-3, which is pretty lit, so let's see how this draft goes. Come on, something gas. Ooh, baby. Here it is. Yeah, okay, I think I'm going to take Folio Fancy. Venerable Knight is fine, but I'm not looking to play aggro, honestly. Tomb Raider is extremely good. Searing Barrage is great. Spinning Wheel is fine. The Folio Fancy is just a game-winning card. In my experience, at least. So we're going to take that. Okay, well, a couple choices here. We have Ember's Shieldbreaker is a great card. There's a lot of artifacts in this set, so having a 1-mana destroy any artifact with a relevant body attached to it is not bad. Canvas Transformation, fine. Nice because it, replaces itself unless they, kill or bounce in response. Scorching Dragonfire is excellent. Excellent low drop removal. Merfolk Seeker Keeper is also fine. I'm not sure how aggressively the bots take that, but I think I'm going to pass on it for now and maybe take the Scorching Dragonfire because that card is just very strong removal. I want to take that and see what we start seeing in the next few packs before I commit to anything. Wow, okay, well, we have Joust, and we have Steelclaw Lance. Both great cards. Joust is obviously better if I have Knights. Steelclaw Lance is good. Even if you don't have a Knight, I think it's okay. You can really afford to pay for 3 mana in this set, so obviously it's obviously better in Knights. I think I'm gonna take it here. Joust getting past is interesting. I'm not sure if it's a signal because it is kind of like a Knight card, but it is still like a removal sort of spell. But I'm gonna take the Steelclaw Lance and see. Instead, okay, well, Mad Ratter and Savvy. Oh my god. Wow. And a Reef Soul? Holy shit. This is crazy. Well, I'm not in either of the Savvy Hunter colors, unfortunately. But black might be open. Reef Soul is crazy that it's come this late, but I think I'm going to choose the Mad Ratter. Just because I've already got some red cards, and this either lets me go into that weird black-red deck, or blue-red, because I have the Folio Fancy. I'm not sure if that's the correct choice over the Reef Soul, but we'll see. I think it's fairly easy to blank creatures of power 3 or less a lot of the time. Unless, of course, they are flyers, but I think the Mad Ratter is pretty crazy, and getting it early means we can prioritize taking like cantrips stuff. Such as Thrill of Possibility or Opt. Both excellent cards here. Thrill of Possibility keeps us in our colors. We are primarily red, although I'm, again, definitely not against playing blue. But until I really feel out what the bots are doing, I want to kind of stay red here. Because it seemed like that was a signal they were giving me. And of course, Tormenting Voice and Instant Speed means it can trigger up Mad Ratter, which is great. Interesting. Flutterflux is an excellent card. Not in either of the colors we're hoping to be in right now. I have like 0 artifacts currently, and I haven't picked any white cards yet. I think I might take Didn't Say Please instead, because at least we have 1 blue card and we're in an archetype that could, well, I guess we don't get much from mill, but milling is one of the win cons of blue-red, if you don't have something crazy like the Iron Crag and Improbable Alliance, but it's early on. Maybe we can open them up. Another Embrith, so red is clearly open. So tiny. It's also excellent. It is straight up removal. I think I might take Embrith here, because removing artifacts is pretty big game, and I've seen So Tiny's wheel like crazy, so considering I don't have a huge amount of mill, and I'm definitely probably going to be playing red, whereas I'm not 100% on blue yet, the Ember Shieldbreaker is just the correct choice. Okay, interesting. So we now have Foreboding Fruit or So Tiny. I mean, the only reason to take the Foreboding Fruit at this point is to play Steel Claw Lance, which I don't think is actually that powerful. I think So Tiny is much better, especially Folio Fancies means that we have like a pretty good mill card in our deck. Two of both our blue cards are mill cards. I think So Tiny could activate pretty regularly. And I just going forward, I hope we'll get our Izzet Draw 2 deck going. I've been wanting to play this archetype for a long time since the format started, but So Miss Ford Turtle isn't great, but it's totally possible that it could do something if we just happen to open a couple other, interesting cards. It's possibly in our colors. The Inquisitive Puppet kind of sucks. It definitely sucks. Scrying 1 is really low impact. The difference between Scry 1 and Scry 2 is massive. I think if that was a Scry 2, I might consider taking it, but at Scry 1 it's really not that impactful because just the information is pretty minimal. You only get to know if exactly the next card is going to be something that will help you win. And Miss for Turtle is fine if we get something. I mean, it's Great Wall. It helps stall out the game, which if we're playing, a mill strategy, is nice. So I think it's a good pick here. Spent a lot of time talking about it though. Mystical Dispute is obviously like a color hoser. It's not a great counterspell otherwise. I don't know if we're going to be, at this point, playing Mystic Sanctuary successfully, but I think that I'm willing to wager on that more than I'm willing to wager on us playing a Mystical Dispute. If we got like one more Dicey, please, I wouldn't really want another counterspell that's, not hard counter. So I think we'll take the Mystic Sanctuary. Now we'll take the Mystical Dispute, though. I mean, I don't really think Dwarven Mine is good at all. And I don't want to be playing too many of these, but it's probably going to be in the board. I don't think I'll be surprised if it makes the cut. None of these cards are really that important. We'll take this for progress. Swing, I don't think I'll play, but whoa, okay. Love me a Castle Ventress. I'm going to take this because it's one of the better cards. Yeah, I probably, if I was drafting specifically to min-max my deck here, I think I would consider taking the Charm Sleep or the Slaying Fire. But I think that the Castle Ventress is only slightly weaker than those two removal cards, and I want this for Constructed. And I mean, like, it does a lot of work, especially if we, the format's been pretty grindy so far. So I think I'm going to take Ventress here. Getting value out of the Land slot is excellent. Okay. Animating Fairy. Pretty decent. It seems doubtful that we would be using it on our Folio Fancies. We don't want to put that card at risk at all, but if we get some, Witching Wells, stuff like that, and, a 2/2 as a failsafe for the 2/2 flyer for 3 is not abysmal. Joust is fine. I don't think we have enough. We have one knight. Yeah, we have one knight, and none of our creatures so far are like big cards that you want to be fighting. So I think I will take the Animating Fairy. Oh, well, there's the Witching Well, but we cannot take Witching Well in good conscience over Charm Sleep, even if we have kind of a draw 2 thing going on. We have a few ways to draw 2 at present, and Charm Sleep is just unconditional removal. Really don't want to be without this. Witching Well is the sort of thing that could wheel pretty easily. Sage of the Falls is great. I mean, it's possible it triggers like Mad Ratter multiple times, and then it triggering Mad Ratter triggers Sage of the Falls again, really helping us tear through our deck. Again, Witching Well, fine, but not as good as Sage of the Falls. This is tricky. I'm really high on So Tiny, like super high on it. I don't know if I'm going to be playing Fling. And our deck doesn't have a ton of like, so we have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 cards that are just hard removal. And honestly, if we're going to want to like mill a fair bit, you know, with Folio Fancy and then any Merfolk whatevers we can get our hands on, I think that So Tiny is the better pick. So I'm going to go ahead and go for that, I think, though it's close. Opt is excellent, and we're in the deck that Opt works like best, arguably, but I think that I'm going to prioritize removal, especially in, you know, best of 1, where if you get caught out, you can just lose pretty easily. Runaway Together is great. I think we can use it to buy back Ember's Shieldbreaker, Animating Fairy, if we actually start taking Witching Wells that we see. Sage of the Falls in a pinch. Use it to rescue like cards like Mad Ratter. I think we'll take the first one over a third So Tiny here. And then pretty easily take a third So Tiny. Okay, now we got our Tome Raider. Excellent card. Triggers our stuff. Flying. Do not want the 4th So Tiny over this at all. Might take the Vantress Paladin. We're clearly more blue than red right now. And Ogre Errant is fine. Not really good in our deck. We don't have a lot of nice synergies. So I think Vantress Paladin is a solid play. None of these cards are really that interesting. I don't think I want to try and go for the 7 Dwarves strategy. Initial Merfolk sucks, but like, it's a 3-2 in, you know, in a deck where I probably don't want to be attacking that often anyways. A 3-2 defender is probably better than a 2-2. I could conditionally become better if I put more bulk in my deck, but I don't think I've played with it. The Witching Well Wield, excellent. Another Witching Well Wield, we'll take it. We'll take it. Super happy about that. Rove and Keep. I am higher on this card, I think, than I should be. But I'll probably put it in this deck, so at least I have that much discretion. Tricky. I really want IR for Constructed. I have a ton of playables already. We're at 18 out of like about 23 playables. But there are like a few cards that are so good for our deck that it feels really irresponsible to not take them. I think I'm going to do the responsible thing, especially because we're here really late. And I'm pretty sure I already got to, I already got 2 of my rares that I get to play, so I think I want to do the responsible thing at this point. Although, you know, definitely understand. Wanted to take that, and yeah, Sage of the Falls is fine. Definitely happy to play it. So, oof, Bingo Pie, pretty good. Lucky Clover. 1, 2. Doesn't seem all that good in our deck. I'd almost say Corridor Monitor over it, I think, just because it's a 2-drop, which with a big butt, which can help us in aggressive matchups. I'm not a big fan of Raging Redcap because we're not going to be attacking it, obviously, since we're playing mainly blue with Splashing Red. Rampart Bushmaster is not on the table, so Corridor Monitor. Do I take the card draw? Or do I take another Scorching Dragonfire? I'll be honest, I think I have enough card draw do not want... I don't think this deck is going to be without a lot of cards, and we also don't mill super aggressively. I mean, like, Folio Fancy is kind of like the inevitability of it, but it's not like we have, like, Merfolk Secret Keepers to just totally, like, mill somebody to, what is it, 7? Like, right away to, like, be casting this on 4, so I think I will take the Scorching Dragonfire here. Often Tome Raider. I think it's going to be Tome Raider again. Just having the body is pretty nice, you know. Maybe we can win in the air in some cases. The opt is a little bit, you know, meh. We have Witching Well at 1 drop. We've got some early drops. I'm not too worried about getting, like, wrecked by not having, like, a scry and a draw to fix our whatever. To fix our opening draw. So I'll take the Tome Raider here. Burning our trader. I think I'm going to take it for the vault, but this card is not probably good unless you have a knight in play. 5 mana, 3/3 with trample and haste is nothing special, and I doubt it'll do anything else. Joust. We still have only 1 knight. Do we have anything else that likes fighting? Not really. Not at all. Does that mean Thrill of Possibility is it? It might be. It's okay with Sage of the Falls. It's okay with Vantress Paladin. I don't think it's very good. Yeah, I think Thrill of Possibility is just better. Drown in the Lock, of course, excellent. Wish I had that, but you know, not the deck we're playing. None of these cards are all that good. Probably take the Crushing Drawbridge here, or Crashing Drawbridge. It's weird anti-synergy with our Animating Fairy, unfortunately. I don't think we play it, but possibly. Maybe we have enough playables that we're not going to have to worry about that. Oh, also that only works on creature artifacts anyway, so food or other things I don't think we have. It'll just basically be Witching Wells. And that's it. Yeah, Witching Wells, because again, I'm not really willing to risk the Folio Fancy by turning into a creature to get baked into a pie. That's my primary win condition. I don't think we play the Raging Red Cap, and I might just take the uncommon to do more. Vault, whatever. Because I doubt we play that. I'll take a 4th third time. I think my card's excellent. And when there's nothing else in the pack, it's pretty fine. Heck, I think I already took a Roving Keep. And it's doubtful that I even play that. Yeah, I did. I don't know. None of these cards are getting played, so to the board with Yi. Wow. Okay. So, oh. Wow, okay. 5 so tinies. I'm feeling pretty good about our sort of ability to stop aggro long enough to mill. Kind of make 3 cuts. And we have kind of some weird plans here, because, like, you know, Folio Fancy is a great win condition all on its own. But we also have Mad Ratter, so if we just draw enough cards, we can just totally mill our opponents to, or not mill, sorry, overrun. Nah, the other plan is mill, but yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. since a lot of my stuff is here and I have a lot of scry and draw, I think I'm going to run 16 lands again. That is 16 correct? Yes, okay. I think, yeah, 9 and 7 is fine for this deck. Not a big fan of the corridor monitor. Pretty cuttable. I think we have a lot of interaction to keep us safe, and again, I'm not expecting to die very often on turn from like not playing a creature on turn 2. Oh, actually, the Mistfort Valley Turtle isn't gonna probably make the cut because I don't think I even have that many. I mean, I can just attack with it to make a 2/5 unblockable. It's not really what my deck wants to do, so. Really hoping I don't just deck myself, you know? That would be kind of embarrassing. I'm currently trying to decide whether I want the corridor monitor in there after all, but I'm not sure what I would take out. Maybe, is it crazy to take out a Thrill of Possibility? Probably is. We have 1, 2, 3, but that doesn't get used very often in my experience. So we'll just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 card draw spells for Mad Ratter. And this just kind of recurs, which is cool. Maybe it is the Thrill of Possibility. Or Corridor Monitor. I haven't seen a lot of aggressive decks yet, but I also don't want to, like, you know, run to 3 in a row and just go 0-3 because I got run over, because my creature count is like, what? 8. Now I have 5 so tinies, so I'm not that afraid of that happening. It's not going to be anything else in the deck. I would also generally discard a land to Thrill of Possibility, and I have 16 lands, so that's slightly less desirable. What are my payoffs? So my payoffs for drawing 2, the only actual thing that gets a payoff is the Mad Ratter. Otherwise, this is just kind of like a dirtily mill deck for the Folio fancy. And unlike our mono blue Emery deck, we cannot, use Emery to cast it, which is concerning. We don't have Midnight Clock to recur it, so it's kind of everything in one, because our other strategies are pretty weak, to be honest. So we have to be very protective of the Folio, which is tough, because this doesn't bounce non-creatures, and that's my only way to counter a spell, unless I want to put Mystical Dispute in there. I think this is fine. If on turn 2 we Scorching Dragonfire instead of a Corridor Monitor, that's not the worst thing in the world. Maybe it's Animating Fairy. We have the Witching Wells though, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, I think that's good enough to keep that in there. Well, I'm going to keep it as is for now. Maybe I'll give it some thought. I'm not going to do the games right away, as per usual. I'm going to give it some time to think about it and do some other stuff. So maybe I'll make some changes, but I'll include those in like the description. Yeah, let's stick with this, and then we will see how it goes later on. Why aren't you letting me? No, it's fine. Yeah, we will see how it goes later on. Alright.